Guys, and welcome back to Clannad. So let's just jump right back in. Kyo slowly draws closer to me, trying to create a weird topic.
何して遊ぶ
Want to play something? I replied with a big yawn. All of this mess has suddenly made me tired. Well then, I'll be sleeping.
めちゃくちゃ失礼ね、あんた。
You sure are a rude person. Don't attack me while I'm sleeping, alright?
永眠したいみたいね。
It seems you want to sleep forever, huh? Well, I almost did that just a while ago because of the violin. It was evening. The two of us walked down the hill road in front of the school. Next to me is a familiar girl wearing a uniform.
何よ、私じゃ不満みたいね。
What? You don't look satisfied with me.
このぐらい付き合ってくれてもいいでしょ。あんたが寝てる間、ずっと待っててあげたんだから。
It's fine to keep you company, right? I was always waiting for you when you were sleeping. I'm fine with that, but is it alright to go home with just the two of us?
あんたね、
Hey,
本当に甘やかしなんだから。
you really are a spoiled person. She says so, half amazed and half joking.
寮も部長もついてるんだから大丈夫でしょ。
Rio and Miss President are with her, so it's fine. Well, the trio would be what I'm worried about. After I slept well at the drama club room, they didn't return. They're probably on a strange journey somewhere. And thanks to that, I ended up going home with Kyo. Well, actually, why did Kyo invite me to go home with her together? Sometimes I just don't understand her behavior at all.
はあ。
She put her hands together and made a big stretch. I can see that she's glancing beside to see my situation. Kyo was making an expression I haven't seen before.
本当は私じゃなくて、寮がここにいるはずだったんだけどね。
The truth is, Rio should have been the one here, not me. What's that supposed to mean? I don't understand why Fujibayashi's name came out of nowhere.
あんたって本当に鈍いわね。
You really are thick-headed, huh? Huh?
まあ、寮も消極的だから、私もいろいろ焚きつけてはみたんだけどね。
Well, since Rio is passive and I wanted to try and stir up things.
それで自分でも何とかしようってちょっとは思ったみたいなんだけど。
And also, I thought I should somehow do something myself as well. Huh? With those three question marks raised in my head, I understood clearly. Kyo didn't say anything or any more than that. The long hair she had stretched down to her hips, brushing against her back as it swayed. We walked up to the dormitory without any words, and then for some reason, I remember Fujibayashi. It was when Kotomi came to our class last week. She followed after me just to deliver my good-for-nothing bag. I went, "Ah," as I thought of that. You mean that Fujibayashi on me? Kyo looks straight at the foot of the hill and nods quietly.
自分じゃ言わないけどね。なんとなくわかるわよ。
I somehow understand it, even without her saying it. She showed me a faint smile. This is surely the face of an elder sister who's being nosy with her little sister.
でも、今回は相手が相手だしね。
But this time, her rival is now her companion. She looks up at my face and giggles.
あのおせち料理見たとき、この子本気だって思ったし。
When I saw that New Year's feast, I thought to myself, this girl is serious. About what? Wouldn't you normally think that she's absurd for bringing that kind of food?
ばっかね。
You're a fool.
おせち料理っていうのはね、普通何日もかけて作るものなのよ。
A New Year's feast is something you can normally cook any day, you know.
あれだけのものを一人で手作りなんて、あの子下手すると徹夜してるわよ。
But to make all of it just by herself means that she was up all night.
それにあれ、全部でいくらかかると思うのよ。
And
材料費。
also, think about how much all the ingredients cost. I see. Huh, I guess you're right. I became embarrassed as I realized it for the first time when she said it. I'm used to Kotomi's eccentricities, but it's quite scary how out of touch she is with reality. Well, did you say leave it behind?
まあ、それもあるけどね。
Well, I might have thought so, but
ほら、彼女が作ってくれたお弁当残すやつなんて男じゃないでしょ？
look, a person who leaves behind his girlfriend's handmade box lunch isn't a guy, right? Like I said, she isn't my girlfriend. And also, that wasn't just for me. She wants to eat with everyone.
そうそう、そこなのよね。
Yeah, you'd say that much, huh? She suddenly points at my face as if she's a detective that's investigating something.
あの子って、なんていうか、ちっちゃい子供みたいなところあるでしょ？
That girl. How do I say this? She has this aura that seems like a little child, right?
ほっとけないっていうか、母性本能をくすぐるっていうか。
Like, you can't just leave her alone. Or like it kinda tickles your maternal instincts.
一応恋敵のはずの亮ともすぐ仲良しになっちゃったし。
And she also immediately made friends with Ryo, who should have been her love rival.
なんか不思議な子よね。
That girl is kinda strange, right? Perhaps that's what all of us feel about Kotomi. When I first met her at the library, my impression was that I don't quite understand the way she acts. She's been showing plenty of facial expressions recently, and I think it became much easier to keep her company. I don't think easier to keep her company is safe to say yet, though.
ま、あんたが目をつけたにしちゃ、かなりいい線じゃない？
Well, you have good eyes, and quite a nice path, aren't you?
性格は妙だけど、可愛くてけなげで素直だし。
Even though her personality is unusual, she is honest, cute, and lovable.
お尻も胸も意外に大きいし。
And her butt and breasts are surprisingly big. Oh god, Kyo. Oh god, Kyo. Stop it.
でも、あんたも気をつけなさいよね。
But you should be careful yourself, too, okay? About what?
あんまり人前でチヤホヤしすぎないこと。
About not spoiling her too much in front of others. I'm not spoiling anyone, right?
本当に自覚ないわけ？
You really are unaware of that, are you? I was speechless as she told me that.
優しくて一途な男っていうのは、他の子から見ても魅力的だったりするんだからね。
Since you're a kind and earnest guy, other girls will find you a bit charming. Kyo, I'm happy you feel that way, but even if you fall in love with me now... Huh? I suddenly covered my head, since I thought she'd shower me with her fists, but nothing happened, so I timidly looked up.
ねえ、あれ、琴美じゃない？
Hey, isn't that Kotomi? Kyo was pointing ahead. A girl with a familiar hairstyle is there, holding a thick bag. It was surely Kotomi. It seems she had parted with Fujibayashi and Furukawa, and is going home as usual. And standing with her was a stranger. It's a middle-aged man wearing a long coat, as if he's a businessman. He was facing Kotomi, and it looks like he was desperately saying something to her.
何？あいつ。
Who is he? With her back against a wall, Kotomi isn't moving an inch. She looked like a doll without any life. We are going to help Kotomi. I moved my body without thinking. I rushed over to Kotomi.
あ、智也くん。
Kotomi looks at me with an expressionless face as she cries my name. Who are you? I stand in front of the man and hide Kotomi behind my back.
何か話があるなら、私が代わりにお聞きしますけど。
If you have something to tell her, I'll listen to it in her place. Oh, I like this little sprite of Kyo. She's so serious. Kyo glared with full hostility at the middle-aged man.
Yeah.
Well, He's wearing glasses, but the man seems like a nice person when you look closer. It seemed that he was quite surprised by our sudden appearance. At least he doesn't look like a bad person.
後日また改めて。
Oh, come some other day. Leaving just those words, he turned around, and then left towards the bus stop.
琴美、あんた大丈夫だった？
Kotomi, are you all right? Kyo asked her with a serious tone as she placed her hand on Kotomi's shoulder.
うん。大丈夫。
Yep, I'm all right.
変なことされなかった？無理やり背中から抱きつかれたりとか、お尻とか胸とか触られたりとか。
He didn't do anything weird to you, right? Like suddenly clinging behind you against your will or touching your butt and breasts. Didn't you do that before?
私はいいのよ、友達なんだから。
It's fine if it's me. I'm her friend after all. Setting that aside, are you really okay, Kotomi?
うん。
Yep. She doesn't seem like her usual happy self, but she nodded.
で、一体何だったの？あいつ。
Well, who is that person, really? Well,
悪者。
a bad man. Huh?
やっぱりもう一目見てそんな感じだったわよね。
Just as I thought. Just one look and you'd feel it, right?
あいつって痴漢？ストーカー？変質者？
Is he a pervert? A stalker? Or worse than that? Hey, wait a second. It somehow feels obvious that he's not. Kyo holds me at the collar and forcefully drags me beside Kotomi.
ごちゃごちゃ言ってないで、ちゃんとこの子を家まで送る。
Stop talking mumbo jumbo and escort this girl to her home.
彼氏の義務よ。
It's a boyfriend's duty. Like I said, I'm not her boyfriend.
問答無よ。
Don't argue anymore. Unlike the roused up Kyo, Kotomi was unusually awake. Holding the bag to her chest, she said,
今日はここから一人で帰るの。
I'll be going home alone from here.
不許可に決まってるでしょ。あんなのがうようよ徘徊してんのよ。
Of course we won't approve of that. Those kinds of guys are crawling around, you know.
あんたみたいに奥手でボケボケな子は一人で帰ったらたちまち餌食になっちゃうんだから。
And a young, shy, spaced-out girl like you going home alone is their prey. I don't really think they're crawling.
いい？これはイベントチャンスなのよ。怖いから家まで送ってほしいの。って可愛い声で言うのよ。ほら。
Listen, this is an event chance. Just tell him, I am scared, so I want you to take me home, in a charming voice. What are you doing suddenly lecturing her seriously?
でも。
But, I'm aware that Kotomi didn't want to talk about her family. I'm sure that it's a matter that she doesn't want anybody to know. I don't know whether the man from before has any connection to it, though. Anyway, why don't you calm down for a while, Kyo? I move aside from Kyo, keeping more than a meter away from her. And then, bending my knees a little, I glance at Kotomi. Okay, Kotomi, I want you to answer this honestly. Are you really not in danger going home alone?
それは大丈夫。今日はもう帰ったから。
It's fine, since I already went home today.
それに、私の家に直接来ることは絶対にないから。
And also, absolutely no one can come in the house. She forms a weak expression on her face, as if she understood something. I understand. Well then, we'll be parting here.
ともやくん、また明日。
See you tomorrow, Tomoya-kun. Somehow, it's been a while since I heard that line.
うん。飛び石連休だったから5日ぶりなの。
Yep, there were consecutive holiday stepping stones, so it's 5 days.
換算すると120時間ぶりなの。
It would be 120 hours if you converted it. Well, you don't really need to convert it.
ちょっと、本当にこの子一人で帰らしちゃうつもり？
Hey, are you really planning to let her go home by herself? Yeah, if she says she'll be fine, then she'll be fine. I said it with a carefree expression.
きょうちゃん、また明日。
See you tomorrow, Kyo-chan.
また明日。
Well, see you tomorrow.
っていうか、本当に大丈夫？
Anyway, will you really be okay?
うん。心配かけてごめんなさいなの。
Yep. Sorry for making you worried. She turns around after that. Bye then, see you tomorrow. Kotomi went home by herself, as if melting into the early summer's twilight. Kyo opened her mouth as soon as she disappeared.
それじゃあ、私たちも行きましょうか。
Well then, shall we go home now too? Go home, you say. I'm going in this direction, you know.
私はアイスティーとスペシャルジャンボショコラパフェ。
I'll be having an iced tea and a special jumbo chocolate parfait. I knew it. This was extortion. I'm really out of money, you know.
いいでしょう。代わりにいいこと教えてあげるから。
That's okay. I'll tell you something good in return. It wouldn't be anything good, would it?
うん。あの子ね、本当にあんたのことが好きよ。
That girl really likes you.
きっと、誰も代わりになれないぐらい。
I'm sure, to the point that nobody can replace you. Kyo's hair swayed as the sound of the trees scattered. She quietly watched me, as I couldn't ask a question back nor reply. From there, her eyes changed back to teasing me.
さて、大きなパフェが私を待っていると。
Well then, a big parfait is now waiting for me. Kyo.
なに？
What? Won't you at least have the small one? You'll turn into a pig.
ご忠告だけ。ありがたく受け取っとくわ。
I will only I will only appreciate and accept your advice. Oh god. Well then, okay. Now it's May 1st. I suddenly woke up. The cheerfulness of my room is different from usual. I leave the curtain open. Shining through the windows is a whitish blot of light. It's quite strange that I woke up early. Though I seem to be dreaming, I don't remember it. It was a somehow depressing feeling. Coming to my senses. It's Kotomi's recital, huh? I lie down on the futon one more time to recover my strength. Once I start getting worried, there's nothing that can be done about it. I got up of my bed and slowly started to change my clothes. There still wasn't anyone when I looked inside the school gates. Anyway, am I too early? I say to myself with a small voice, yet the quietness grew. I walk up to the front yard. Some baseball players with no numbers that were heading to the ground passed by me. Their morning practice will probably start now. The only time I went to school this early was the first time I attended school. I'm worried about Kotomi and that serious talk. I wonder what she's been doing after what happened yesterday. If it's really nothing, then she'll surely be practicing playing the violin this morning. It's Kotomi we're talking about here after all. I immediately head towards the drama club room as I wear my indoor shoes. If she's already come, then she should be carrying the violin. There were two familiar girls standing in front of the drama club room in the hallway as I arrived.
岡崎さん、おはようございます。
Okazaki-san, good morning.
おはようございます。
Good morning.
今日は、すごく早いですね。
You're, really early today. Oh, good morning. Setting that aside, you're much earlier than me.
ことみちゃんはもっと早く来てるみたいですよ。
But it seems Kotomi-chan came in much earlier. Just as I thought. I expected it, but I was a bit happy too. Well, what are you two doing? What is that? I point at the thing they were pasting on the wall and ask.
ポスターです。
It's a poster!
なぎさちゃんが描いてきてくれたんです。
Nagisa-chan drew it! I look at the poster again. Ichinose KOTOMI'S violin recital. Today after school, in the front garden. Entrance is free. And also, in the small remaining white space on the paper are a bunch of round objects fluttering about. Anyway, why is the Big Dongo family here too? Furukawa! And I am all out of time for this episode, guys. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. So, bye-bye!